Hello, people. I would like to inform you that I actually do have epilepsy. If you think that I don't have epilepsy and just using it as an excuse for any angry outbursts I have in chat and whatnot, just know that it's not an excuse. I actually do suffer from epilepsy. And I have a photo of me having a seizure at an event. So, the one in the blue black shirt, sweater, whatever, is me, and the top photo was me having a absence seizure, or petit mal seizure, as some people call it. Petit mal seizure and absence seizure are the same thing. So, the top photo here is of me having a absence seizure. Luckily, my mom was there in case if I fell, and also my sister as well. My sister and my mom were there for in case if I do fall. And then the 3 other photos there are of me not having a seizure. So, yeah, I forgot when that was posted, or when this was made, and when this event took place, but I think I was, like, about 7 or 6 years old at that time. Yeah, I honestly don't remember clearly. So, I do have epilepsy. It's a neurological disorder, and for those who are wondering why I put the disability that I have onto Rosalina Bouman, the character that I made, well, Rosalina Bouman is a fictionalized version of me. And when I was feeling angry and feeling the urge to hurt someone, I took the anger out onto a piece of paper and drew the character. And the character was Rosalina Bouman, though her original name was Warrior Katie Bouman. The same spelling as my name. Citiebowman. But then I changed the name to Rosalina Bouman with the Bouman spelling. And so, yeah. I changed the name when I realized I wanted to use the character for one of the protagonists in my video game for when I become a video game designer. And sorry. And I also wanted to inform people that epilepsy is not just a disability with the sudden loss of consciousness and random convulsions, because epilepsy is a spectrum in a way. Because there's various seizures with different seriousness. So, grand mal is one of those more risky ones. And it's not like out of it instantly, like that. And so, with Rosalina Bouman, I want to let people know that bad experiences can influence people to become bad. Like, abuse by parents can make a kid become a gangster when they are an adult. The reason why there are many kids doing crimes, such as shootings and drug addictions, is because of bad experiences, such as abuse, whether by foster families or biological families, and bullying in schools, or in neighborhoods, or parks. Any place bullying can occur, along with abuse. It doesn't have to be a family, biological family. It can be foster family, which depending on the circumstances, it could be a sign of racism or sexism or any kind of discrimination. Except ageism, because ageism is usually when younger people attack older people. Like, let's say there's this 66-year-old dude just chilling at a bus stop, and some 16-year-old boy just comes and beats him up randomly. Sorry. All kinds of discrimination can vary, and people who are sometimes victims of discrimination can do bad things. And also, people with disabilities get discriminated one way or another. And I know that some people would choose a cyber school over a brick and mortar school if they have a disability, because who knows if the brick and mortar school would have issues with the person who has a disability. I've heard stories about teachers taking insulin pens away from diabetic students and taking EpiPens and inhalers from those who have asthma or allergies, and taking all forms of medication away, all because they thought those medications and the EpiPens were illegal drugs. And that can be an issue. And then there's those with, like, prosthetics and heart disease and whatnot. And those kids can get discriminated by gym teachers too, or teachers in general. And so, yeah, people get discriminated against still, even though it's not like in segregation style, or to any extreme, rather. Excuse me. But still, discrimination is still a thing. And I have epilepsy, and I know what ableism and racism is like, or like, because I've experienced ableism, which is a discrimination against those with disabilities, and racism, which is the discrimination against people with different skin colors. When I was in foster care, before being in Miss Hogan's house, I was abused by my foster parents. And here's the thing, my foster parents were black. And I'm white. So, a black person abusing a white person could be an example of racism. And then, after I got returned to my biological parents, which I'm still with them now, I was in Georgia Burgos before moving, and before transferring from Pickamore School to cyber school. I was discriminated against because the students and the teacher didn't understand that I had a neurological disorder called epilepsy. And they called the one kid who has a milk or dairy product allergy and a peanut allergy epi for some reason. They just called that kid with different types of allergies epi. And when I said epilepsy in front of the class when answering a question about disabilities, the teacher said, "That's not a disability." And I was like, the fuck? I was thinking, the fuck? Because I knew what epilepsy is. And I just thought to myself, I wish I had a grand mal seizure right now. I wanted to twitch on the ground and show them. But I was younger then. I was like 9 years old. And those kids with epilepsy have absence seizures most of the time. It's only when they become nearing their adults age, like teenage years, late teenage years, like 18 or so, and onto like the 20s, 30s, 40s, etc. age ranges, that the grand mal seizures would kick in. So, and this is a stereotype that I've heard about epileptics. The whole stereotype being that the only seizure is the grand mal seizure, which is the convulsions and lack of consciousness. But I know that there's more than just that type of seizure. And I thought of informing people with the character Rosalina Bouman about the truth of epilepsy. And then, yeah, I honestly made Rosalina Bouman as a way to vent my angers out. My anger and frustration, I should say. And I put my health condition onto Rosalina Bouman because I wanted to inform people the truth about epilepsy. And I also and also I want to inform people that discrimination is still around, but maybe in different formats and not as extreme as like the segregation. But I swear to God that there was a segregation because of disabilities, separating disability kids to a school meant for disabled kids and having not disabled kids go to a regular school, then that would be segregation for the ableism perspective. And the list goes. I could give lots of examples of each type of segregation if there were with a different type of discrimination other than the racism ones. Informing those of epilepsy and so on would actually be better because people would understand. And I know many people don't understand this, but I am an epileptic, and I thought of teaching others with the character Rosalina.